welcome back to my channel. I wanted to come on here today and share a quick embellishment book that I made for Alice, who is I Am Absolutely Alice on Instagram and also on YouTube. And we talked about swapping. Wow, can't talk today. Swapping an embellishment book probably about 6 months ago. And I finally finished up all the little insides. I had the book done for quite a while, but just kind of finishing up some of the embellishments and things that I wanted to include in the book. So anyway, let's get started. Let's see, on the outside of the book, I did attach a little grommet there and then attached this super fun tassel. So hopefully you can see that. I got some charms here from AliExpress. So there's this cute little bird and the little enamel bow. So those are both like little enamel charms that came from Ali, and I just attached those to a couple of little rings and then attached it with a lobster clasp and then attached it here to the tassel. And then the tassel actually I tied on, so I didn't want to hook it through this hole here. So I actually just tied a piece of yarn and attached it to that. And then this is, let's see if you can see that better, but this is the spine of the book. So I just kept it super simple, but I did add that little kind of puffy heart, glittery heart there. So anyway, I thought that turned out super cute, and just use a bunch of different yarns that I pick up. You know, I probably get most of these at Hobby Lobby or maybe a couple from Michael's. So. And then on the front of the book, I did make the actual book. I can't recall whose tutorial that I watched, but there's so many out there that do the basic part of the book. So that's could be any size that you want. And then on the inside, I wish I could remember. I'll try to find who it was because it's a really good tutorial. And it really explained very well how to do the inside of the book. And so if I can figure out who that is, I'll link it below. And then on the outside of the book, I just used a couple of different papers. Alice and I talked about using the Willow Lane collection. So that's what we used here. And I just used a couple of different papers for the outside of the cover, one for this base part, one for the spine. And then just to kind of dress it up a little, I cut an extra piece and sewed. You can see I kind of did my wobbly stitch that I like to do around the edge of the paper, and then just glued that down. And then if you're wondering how to do this wobbly stitch, my favorite way is doing straight stitch all the way around, and then on the second pass make that line wobbly, if that makes sense. Kind of, you know, make it go in a kind of an up and down manner. So anyway, I don't know, it just seems to be the easiest way for me, rather than trying to do both of the lines kind of squiggly. I do one straight, and then the second pass is the squiggly one. So anyway, hope that helps if you're kind of wondering. And then I just layered it with some fun doilies. This is some trim I got from AliExpress a long time ago. Excuse me. And I thought that kind of was cute peeking out, and then just layered it with a bunch of flowers, some chipboard from the collection, and then this super cute little deer. It's actually a charm that I picked up from AliExpress as well. And this actually had a little like eye pin in there, so you could actually you know, hang it from something. So it is an actual charm, but I just pulled that out. So it just looks like a cute little enamel or, you know, plastic deer. And then if you've ever done one of these embellishment books, you can do your closing any way you want. I did have to do a closing because this book was so chunky. But if you, so you could do it a couple different ways, but what I did was, before I put the second layer down, the second layer of paper, I hot glued this ribbon, and then I glued the second layer of paper over the top. So that's one way of attaching your ribbon. It's not gonna come out. And I did the same, I'll show you on the back. So I hot glued the ribbon down and then put another of the same piece of paper over the top, and that really, really holds it down. That's not going to go anywhere. So, oh, I should turn this just so you can get the whole thing in there. Sorry, it's really hard to get this in the whole frame. So, okay, let's see. Let's open it up. And then you can see here's where I tied the actual tassel in with that yarn, and then I just added a little charm there just to kind of give it something cute. And then here, so I can show you the side. So here's how you do like the pocket. There's actually 4 pockets. And so that's kind of where I needed the tutorial. I didn't really understand how to do that. So like I said, I'll try to find that, help you out. And then I just added this pom-pom trim to some of the actual pockets just to dress it up. And then, let's see, can you see that whole thing in there? Yeah, I think you can. So isn't that adorable, you guys? Oh my gosh, so fun. Here, let me pull that out so that lays flatter. So, let's see, I'll just show you. I'm not gonna unpack these because they already have sequins in, but I made her I'll pull that one out too, 2 super cute. Isn't that so pretty? This one's my favorite. But super cute memory dex cards. So those go, well, I'm gonna hold those out so you can kind of see this afterwards. Then I made her some little, they're not bag toppers, they kind of look like it, but I guess they could be used that way, but they're just actually rosettes that I cut in half. And then I added just some background paper, I actually sewed it to the back, and then added some of these super fun butterflies. So these butterflies were just fussy cut out of one of the papers from that collection. And then I do this to most of my butterflies. I just put a hot glue down the middle and add some glitter. And I don't know, I think that really adds a super fun little touch. And you don't have, it's a really cute embellishment, but it doesn't take a lot of work. Which is always good. And then I added some fun little clips. Oh gosh, that's a Maggie Holmes collection. No, it's not. It's maybe a crepe paper, but I can't think of the name of it. But so I just added those there, and then I had made, oops, he got bent. This cute little embellishment. So this little pickup truck. It says "Hooray!" and it's like full of flowers in the bed of the truck. So I thought that came out really cute. And then I included a fun sequins mix. That's always like a super fun item to include in your Happy Mail. So anyway, so that's that. And then the last one on this side, I actually made a bunch of these probably about a year ago, but this is Mrs. Everly is the person who I got this idea from. So she has this punch as well. I think it's an EK Success punch. And I just punched out 2 layers of paper. So one is like a gold glitter paper, then the other one, and then I always like to put it up on a foam dot just to give it some dimension. And then I just added some flowers there to the deer's, right, on the corner by his antler and his ear. And I think those are super simple and really cute, fun to make. And then I made this super cute wedding cake. Isn't that darling? And that's actually a Spellbinder's die. So the die itself cuts out the stand, and it cuts out each layer of the cake, but it doesn't cut out a back piece, which I wish it did. But so what I did was I just glued them down and then cut around because I wanted it to be more substantial. If you're just gluing it straight to a card, it's fine, but I wanted it to be an actual embellishment, so I kind of made it a little bit more sturdy. And then you probably can't see, but I added some little glitter glue just to kind of make it shimmer, and then just added a few little embellishments there. So that's that. And then I made some of these. Actually made these a while ago too. So these are just some butterflies that I made. I did these by hand. I think I had a little template and just traced them out. I think there's a die out now that you can make these with, but when I did these, I just kind of traced them. And then for the center, I actually bought some gold wire and just wrapped it, and then made like some little antenna. So I did that with some different colored wire, and then added some sequins when I packaged it up. So I thought that came out really cute. And then in my sequins, I don't know if you can see that, but I added some of these little butterflies from AliExpress, and then some of these little kind of crystally enamel type dots, or like flat backs. So that came out really cute. So I hope you like that, Alice. And then I also made, gosh, it's been a while since I've looked at this. I forgot everything I made. So I have a little cute bag topper that I got from AliExpress. And then I made some of these fun rosettes. So I really, really like how those came out. This is an actual die. I cannot remember. Might be a Sizzix die. I'm not sure. But I wound up cutting out a couple different pattern paper and then just layered it all. Each layer is on a pop dot. And then I added some of that fun trim from that collection. So I thought those are really simple. Came out really cute. Added a little cabochon from AliExpress as well. So that came out really cute. And then the last one is a super cute Willow Lane tag. You can see I did another alley bag topper. Isn't that cute though? I love that. I don't know if you can see through the cellophane, but I sewed right there, sewed that flower on. Actually, I think I kind of ripped the tag or did something to the tag, and so I thought, oh, okay, so I sewed that on top and I put something on the back and kind of sewed it on there. So sometimes, I don't know, sometimes when you are making something, if you mess up on it a little bit, you can always like kind of cover it up, and then, you know, the person doesn't even know that you did something that you didn't care for, and then you fixed it and made it even more beautiful. So anyway, that's always something you can do. Don't just toss it. Just try to figure out a way to keep it. But anyway, so that's the book. So isn't it cute with all the trim? And I love all the different pattern papers. And you know, when you make this, you could do these completely different. I'm really funny. Like I have to, whatever's here, this needs to be the same or at least similar. That's just like the way my brain works. But you could do it completely eclectic, but that's just how I did it. So anyway, that's the book. Like I said, I really, really like how it came out. Alice, I hope you love it as much as I do. And then I'm also sending her some stuff. Back when they had the Maggie Homes, all the tons of Maggie Homes at Tuesday morning, I had picked up a bunch of stuff for her and just haven't sent it yet because I wanted to send it with this swap. So I'm not going to show you guys all that, but because you've seen it 1,000 times from other people. But I have a bunch of confetti and I don't know what else. Paige Taylor Evans, stuff like that she's going to get. And then I also wanted to make her, actually when I saw this little container, I actually saw this container probably 1.5 years ago. It could even be 2 years ago. And I bought it knowing if I ever did a swap with Alice, because we swapped a long time ago, but if I ever did another one with her, I wanted to make her a little sequin box because she does this so much for other people. And I just knew that, okay, I'm getting that. It's going to be for Alice. So as I found different things, I just added it to it knowing that one day we would swap again. So anyway, Alice, I've been thinking about you for a long time with this. And I think I've since seen someone use this as well for a sequin mix. But so yeah, I'll turn it over so you can see. But just included a bunch of different sequins and colors that I know that she loves. And then just to make it simple, because this opens, I'll show you. It just opens like that. So I couldn't really decorate the top too much, but I added just that really pretty flower and then this little vellum leaf embellishment on top, and she can still open each one of these, so it won't be hard to get out, but it's still cute if it's sitting on your desk or something. So there's that. Then I made these there, put that over there, these really cute, these came out so pretty. So the flowers I actually cut out on my Cricut. I could not even tell you the cut file. Oh, wait a second. No, this is not. Is this the Cricut? Yeah, I think it is. Anyway, I don't know the cut file, so I'm sorry, but there's so many cut files out there, or you can just use a punch. But what I love so much about it is the center. I love that center. And then I love the edges here. I just hot glue and then dip them in this really fun kind of holographic glitter. So that came out really cute. And then I just reused some old packaging from an ephemera pack. And so there's that. So I really, really love that. And let's see. And then the last thing, this wouldn't fit in the embellishment book, but I made her a super cute mini, so you can see that, but like a little mini loaded envelope. So yeah, I just used my envelope punch board, made a small version, you know, of an envelope, just make a smaller envelope. And then before you put the envelope together. You just sew your tool. So I sewed my tool. I left the bottom open, filled it with sequins, and then sewed it shut, and then actually assembled the envelope. Now on the back, I don't like it when the stitching shows through, so I just cut a second piece of the paper. I actually just laid the envelope down, traced it around, cut a back for it, and then just glued that right on the back. So if you're one of those people that like can't deal with the whole stitching and all that showing, then that's how you can do it. If this was an embellishment, I wouldn't have bothered, because you know, an embellishment, you're going to glue it, you know, stick it down or tape it down excuse me, on a project. But this is not, you know, this isn't really an embellishment, so that's kind of why I did it that way. And then inside, I just included a little pack of wonderful wordfetti. So this is, you can't hardly see them, but anyway, it's the same type of word here, but it's just a bunch of words from that collection. So you know how the different Maggie Holmes collection or other paper collections will have sometimes a little word sheet or a sticker sheet that has a bunch of fun little words. I just took those words and typed them up and then made her some little wordfetti. So, and then I made a little pom-pom clothespin there. So that's gonna go inside. And then I made her this little cute embellishment. I made a bunch of these at Valentine's Day. So I had like a couple of leftovers, so I wanted to include one of those. So that's gonna go in her little loaded envelope. And then another little, just a little package of some little crystal enamel dots. And so I couldn't fit a whole lot in here, so I just did a few. Actually, I want to put that. That looks really cute like that. So yeah, so that's that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little project share today. And Alice, this is going out. Well, you're in New Zealand, I think, so it'll probably take you a while to get there, but hope you like it. And thanks for stopping by, everybody. If you like this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe, and so you can see future videos from me. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.